SPHD yang mengambil tindakan undang-undang terhadap juruaudit luarnya KPMG-BLT yang menimbulkan spekulasi kurang tepat sehingga menyebabkan penurunan harga saham serta permodalan pasaran secara keseluruhan. KPMG juga dilaporkan cuai dan melanggar tugas kontrak serta perundangannya kepada kumpulan minyak dan gas itu. Pengerusi Serba Dinamik Datuk Ilyas Bakir Mohamad yang dilantik menggantikan Datuk Mohamad Nur Abu Bakar 15 Jun lalu berkata, KPMG mengakibatkan Serba Dinamik kehilangan lebih daripada 3 bilion ringgit nilai permodalan pasaran.
So we have made a decision about technical action for KPMG on not only their negligence plus their red flag on trivial issues. Because of the red flag, the company lost the market capitalization of 3 over billion ringgit. So we cannot allow any auditor to behave like what KPMG have done.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we will be presenting a case study on Serba Dinamik Holdings Berhad. Serba Dinamik is an energy service company that provides engineering solutions mainly in the oil and gas, power generation and industrial service sectors. The company's mission is to deliver efficient engineering and maintenance solutions to help improve operational efficiency and reduce costs. Previously, Serba Dinamik was known as a high-growth company listed on Bursa Malaysia. However, in 2021, the company faced a major financial and auditing crisis which significantly impacted its reputation and performance. This crisis eventually led to its delisting and liquidation. In this presentation, we will discuss the conflict of interest involved, its impact, how it was managed, and the recommendations to prevent similar issues in the future.
Now, let's move on to the conflict of interest in this case. So, the main issue happened between the company's management and the external auditor, which is KPMG. So, in May 2021, KPMG found something suspicious in the company's financial statement. They could not verify several customer and transaction which worth more than RM 3.5 billion. This is a very big amount, so obviously it raised serious concern about whether the financial report were actually accurate or not. There were even doubts that some of these contracts might not be real. But instead of cooperating and clearing things up, the management denied the issue. They even took a strong step by suing KPMG for professional negligence. Because of that, the situation became more worse. The audit process was disrupted and trust between the auditor and the company completely broke down. So, this is where the conflict of interest happened, when management tried to protect themselves instead of ensuring transparency and accountability.
I will explain about impact of the conflict. First is financial impact. Upon the disclosure of the audit issue, the company share price crash, wiping out billions in market capitalization. Next is reputation. Investor confidence was destroyed due to the perceived lack of integrity in financial report. For next is corporate fallout. Several independent directors resigned due to the disagreement over how the board handled the audit. Next is KPMG resigned as the auditor and the company have subsequently classified as PN17, that is practice note 17, distress the company.
Moving on to the resolution management, the company took action by appointing Ernst & Young Consulting to conduct a special independent review or SIR to investigate the flag transaction. Next, the Securities Commission manager launched a criminal investigation into the company for providing false information in its financial reports. In terms of legal action, the SC charged both the company and its top executive. However, the Attorney General's chambers later decided to impose fines instead of proceeding with full trials. This decision sparked significant public debate regarding transparency and accountability in the case. Now, I can explain the prevention and recommendation for this issue. The conflict could have been prevented through stronger corporate
governance, and stricter internal controls within the organization. One of the key steps is to ensure that all financial decisions are properly monitored and approved by independent parties, rather than being controlled solely by top management. This will help reduce the risk of manipulation and unethical decision-making. In terms of company policy and practice, the organization should implement a more transparent reporting system where all financial activities are regularly audited by both internal and external. In addition, a clear code of ethics about the established and strictly enforced to guide employee behavior and decision-making. Regular ethics training should also be conducted to increase awareness among employees about integrity and accountability in the workplace. From a governance and culture perspective, companies should strengthen the independence of the board of directors and promote a culture of honesty, transparency, and responsibility. Employees at all the levels should feel encouraged to act ethically and report any suspicious activities without fear of retaliation. A strong whistleblowing system should also be in place to support this culture. Finally, the main lesson for other companies is the ethical practice and transparency are essential for long-term sustainability. Companies should not focus only on profit but also ensure that strong ethical values are embedded in their corporate culture to prevent similar conflict from occurring in the future.
In conclusion, there are several important recommendations to prevent similar corporate governance failures in the future. First, companies must enhance financial transparency by ensuring that all major transactions are supported by clear and verifiable documentation. Second, auditor independence must be protected. Management should not take actions that could intimidate or pressure auditors when they are carrying out their responsibilities. Third, stricter regulatory oversight is necessary. Authorities such as the Securities Commission and Bursa Malaysia should enforce firm and timely actions against any form of financial misconduct. Lastly, it is important to uphold strong business ethics. Companies should prioritize honesty and integrity in financial reporting rather than focusing solely on repeat goods. Overall, strong governance and ethical practices are essential to maintain trust and ensure long-term sustainability of a company.